Hi, it's Robin Sharma, author of The Leader Who Had No Title, founder of the Titan Academy. Welcome to video number 3. I am super excited to be here with you. I feel very blessed and privileged. I know you've watched video 1, which was all about the unwritten laws that only game changers know. I know you've watched video number 2, which walked you through the myths of legendary performance and those 8 tools that you can install to develop the rituals and morning routines and daily habits that only the best know, the A players. And what I wanted to do in this video is to start off with sharing 3 of my key takeaways from video 1. These are 3 of the things that I personally think are most important from video number 1. And then we're going to get into the key takeaways from video number 2. Then I'm going to get into some other powerful information that are really important for you to take the information, the ideas, the tools, and the tactics that I've shared in the first 2 videos and really breathe life into them so you get some serious results very, very swiftly. And the first idea that I thought was very important from video number 1 was you don't get lucky, you make lucky. It is such a hypnosis that when we see the A players and the people who have achieved extraordinary things in terms of their productivity, their prosperity, their happiness, their physical vitality, their love lives, their impact on the world, wow, they got lucky. Lucky is an excuse that scared people say to avoid the responsibility of getting big things done with their own life. You know, most people are not only scared of failure, they're scared of success. Because if they did the things I taught in video 1 and video 2, and the things that I teach that have helped so many people from across the world, I mean millions of people, and companies like Starbucks and IBM, Microsoft, General Electric, Oracle, if they did those things, they would be successful. And with that success would come the responsibility of being a leader. And a lot of people are scared of, if I became successful, what about my friends? Would they not like me anymore? If I became successful, would I be able to do it? How would I feel? And you know this, but you know, growth is what you are built to be. Growth is the ultimate formula for happiness. You are happiest in your life, you're most passionate in your life, you're most fulfilled in your life. Not when you're stuck in that safe harbor of the known. You're happiest in your life when you're actually growing and becoming your best self and playing with possibilities and playing your A game. And there's lots of science that says that. Happy people are people who love to grow. They love to learn. They love to pursue their limits. They love to stretch. They are very consistent. They are the kind of people who love going from where they now are to where they want to be. And you know this, but the top of one mountain is the bottom of the next. So you don't get lucky, you make lucky. And if you look at the Elon Musks and the Misty Copelands and the Jeffrey Mutais, you know, one of the world's greatest marathoners, and you look at the Edisons and you look at the Da Vincis and you look at the Michelangelos and you look at the Warren Buffetts, you look at the Mother Teresas, all of these people didn't get lucky to become game changers. It was the things they chose to do every single day that were easy and small, but they did it with consistency and they did it over time, and then the world adored them as somehow being geniuses. Second idea that I think is very important from video number 1, dismiss your naysayers and get busy believing in yourself. I mean, no one's going to believe in you unless you believe in you. And as I shared, the very rise from ordinary or average to world-class and iconic means that you will threaten the herd, the card-carrying cult of mediocrity, right? So forget about your critics. That's just evidence that you're doing good. That's just evidence that you're pursuing great. That's just evidence that you're growing, okay? And start the process of believing in yourself and trusting in yourself and understanding that the very nature of you getting to world-class means not everyone's going to understand you. A lot of your loved ones will misunderstand you, but live your own life. And it doesn't mean you need to lose them. It just means you get good in your own skin and you follow your path of doing the things that I'm teaching so you get the results we both know that you deserve. Well, the third idea, it's so incredibly important to me, which is the more you learn, the more you can achieve. I mean, I spend so much of my income in going to courses. I spend so much of my income on online learning. I spend so much of my income buying the audiobooks. I mentioned 2 audiobooks every single week because I'm a member of Traffic University. When I'm driving to work, when I'm driving to a meeting, when I'm taking my children somewhere, when I'm driving up to the ski mountain, I am often listening to audiobooks on productivity, on learning, on positive psychology, on productivity, on dealing with difficult times, or audiobooks on the biographies of great people that I admire. And so learning really is the game changer. I'm a very ordinary person, but because of my visceral commitment to learning about my craft or about the areas that are important to me, and then having the guts to spend the money. Remember Warren Buffett from that video? Don't worry about the cost, think about the return on investment. A players think about the return on investment. And so that to me is something that has been so important to me. I go to conferences that are very, very expensive by most standards. And during the conference, it's because the people I meet, they show me what's possible. They go, here's what I just did, and look at the result I got. I helped so many people because of this thing that I did. Just seeing that is worth the price of the conference many, many times. Just learning one idea out of the maybe 100 ideas. I love taking notes at conference on these long yellow pads. Just one idea, if it's the right conference, completely changes the way that I think, the way that I run my companies, the way that I live my life, the way that I treat my loved ones, the way that I work with my team, the way that I birth value into the world. So the 2x, 3x mindset to double your income and your impact on the world, triple your investment in your personal development so you get stronger, braver, smarter, faster, and your professional education. My top takeaways from video number 2. Number 1, consistency is the mother of mastery. It is not, to be an A player and a game changer, it's not what you do once in a while, or once in a year, or once in a decade. It's what you do every single day. Your days are your life in miniature. What you are doing over the 24 hours of this day is truly building out your future and the rest of your life. So consistency is the mother of mastery. I know you're a consistent person. I know you're someone who follows through. I know you're someone that exercises self-discipline. I know you're someone that understands that it's all about growth and progress and making great things happen starting today. Number 2, remember the tools, the 8 tools we went through together in that video? Number 2, well, how about the one I shared with you, the progress diary? So powerful, so simple. At the end of your workday, or maybe it's before your head hits the pillow every night, pull out your progress diary and record a number of wins. Make it 5 wins if you want. Here's the question you ask. What are 5 good things that happened to me today? See, progress over perfection. Focus on the small wins of your day. Even the messiest, the hardest, the most stressful of days, you could, if you train your brain and you ask that question, what are 5 good things that happened to me, and you write them down, you start to see every day as a platform for progress. And that makes you feel more energy. It releases that pharmacy of mastery within your brain. The next day gets better. And then you become the kind of person who, even if things are falling apart, you still are graceful because your internal life is so well constructed that you're wonderful even if your outer world is miserable. Final takeaway that I thought was important from video number 2 is the 10 times 3 tool. Do you remember that? In your morning routine, you install the practice, 66 days, remember that insight from the University College of London, 66 days of consistent practice around any new skill or habit until you reach automaticity where it just becomes easier to do it than not to do it. But the 10 times 3 tool, 10 times recite your power phrase, 10 times write it out, because writing it out trains the brain to focus on it. 10 times looking in the mirror, because speaking and words are fundamentally powerful in re-scripting your unconscious mind to see yourself as the kind of person in terms of your self-identity who does gorgeous things in the world and gets giant things done. So what I want to do now is deal with some of your frequently asked questions. These are questions that I hear from people around the world who are committed to making the leap from where they were to the life of their dreams and having the energy they want and having the prosperity they want and having the productivity they want and really doing some amazing things with the rest of their lives. And the first thing that I often hear from people all across the world is, I don't have the resources, whether it's internal talents, whether it's surroundings, whether it's the money, et cetera, to do the kinds of things you're talking about. I hear a lot of people saying, Robin, your programs are very expensive because the Titan Summit, the retail cost, it's not for everyone. It's $25,000 per seat. My private coaching runs well into the six figures for the billionaires and the celebrity entrepreneurs that I work with. And they say, well, I don't have the resources and I'm just a person who is a manager, or I'm a student, or this or that. And so what they do is they actually don't know they're doing it, but it's the voice of their own fears creating these excuses and blocks to the learning and actually doing the things that I'm teaching that would get them to where they've always wanted to be. And that is how tricky our internal self-saboteur, remember the amygdala? It starts to say these things and we don't even know it because it happens within our unconscious realm, but we come up with these excuses that actually prevent us from living the lives and achieving the results we want to achieve. So here's how I would reply to, I don't have the resources. When I didn't have resources, one thing I understood was education is inoculation against disruption, and the person who learns more wins. And so I was, when I couldn't really afford it, investing in my library versus a big TV. I was investing in audiobooks. I was investing in being in the right conferences. I was investing in online learning because I understood that if I stretched even and got myself into these programs, I would expose myself to the people whose lives I would be living. So that's the first thing. You can find the resources. It's not that you can't, it's that you're scared and that you aren't committed enough. And I know you are committed enough, otherwise you wouldn't be here on these videos with me. Number two, I don't have the time to do the learning, to apply the ideas that you've shared, to go through the information. I feel overwhelmed. Again, that's an excuse, an unconscious excuse from your internal saboteur to keep you small and safe in that circle of the familiar. And here's the question I really want to ask you with great love and respect. You can change now, or you can get to the last hour of your last day and say, I wasted my life. You can say, I could have done amazing things with my work, with my life, with my health, with my mindset. I could have been an example of possibility and inspired so many people, to my kids, my family, my team, the world. But I got addicted to distraction and I got busy being busy. So I don't have enough time and I'm too busy and postponing your greatness, postponing the expression of the talents that are within you right now, postponing showing us, the world, your gifts, postponing those dreams in your heart that you had when you were a little kid, that for some reason you've sort of dimmed down because you're busy paying the mortgage and being busy. Those are just excuses that we do. We all do this. You are more than your excuses. You are more than your busyness. And there will never be a better day than today to start the process of making the changes that I've been sharing with you how to make to get to the life and being a game changer and the person you've always wanted to be. Okay? And it's not hard. It just begins with you starting. There's great power in starting. Every professional was once that amateur. Every master was once a beginner. Start today. The third excuse I often hear is, well, Robin, you live wherever and I live in this country, or I'm a part of this social group. You remember in the first video, the research, the amazing research of Spencer, one of the psychologists of University of Waterloo, and he called it stereotype threat and stereotype lift. And what he found was people who sort of hypnotize themselves to say, I'm part of this social group that's not good at math. I'm part of the social group that's not good at creativity. I'm part of this social group that could never be financially successful or productive. That thinking is called stereotype threat, and the thinking created an internal thinking process and self-identity that meant that they wouldn't even start the work of becoming the people that they said they couldn't be. So please don't fall into the unconscious trap of saying, I'm not the kind of person, or I don't live in the right place, or, my family was never an A player, my mom never had enough money, or my father was never productive or never optimistic. Those, again, are just excuses. It's called stereotype threat. It's a psychological phenomenon that many people do. It will block you from your greatness. Instead, buy into stereotype lift, which is, I am the kind of person that can get the results Robin speaks of, and today is the day I am going to start doing these things. The fourth question I get all the time is, learning doesn't work. I read a book, it didn't change my life. Well, that's like saying, I read a book on being a great chef and I'm not a great chef. That's like reading a book about, fitness. I read this 200-page book on fitness and I put it down, and I looked in the mirror next morning or the next month, and my body looked the same, and my energy was the same, and my mindset was the same, and my confidence was the same. No idea will work unless you do the work. This is not a magic pill. But the great news is, small daily practice creates small daily progress. There's an instant payoff every single day when you apply these ideas with utter consistency. So the real thing, if you look at adult learning, it's not something you do once a year or even once a quarter. It's much more about what you do every day. The great news is you just have to do it in little bursts of incremental commitment. And all great learning is what happens over time. Great athletes work with a coach every day over years. Great thinkers do the study every single day. Did you know that Darwin, the father of evolution, studied barnacles? These are my heroes. He studied barnacles for 8 years. One of the great marathons, I think it's Dave Scott, Ironman, he would actually rinse the cottage cheese. He was that committed to every incremental advantage in being an Ironman triathlete. The point is, expose yourself to sustained learning every single day, and you're guaranteed to get the results. And then the final thing is, I hear people say, but Robin, change is scary. It can be scary at the beginning. And as you develop what I call unconditional bravery through practice, you actually hardwire a new neural process and a new emotional architecture where, because you have consistently done the things that frightened you, you have taken your power back from the things that frightened you. I mean, the things that scare you only scare you because you've given your power to those external things. And the moment you say, I'm going to do the things I'm scared to do, you actually start the process of becoming unconditionally brave. And therefore, no matter what's going on in your outer life, you get to a place, and people get to this place a lot through practice and training, because unconditional bravery is a skill. You'll get there if you train. You'll get to a place where you're no longer afraid of change. And again, you don't want to get to the last hour of your last day and say, I lived the best years of my life being scared. I lived the best years of my life being a victim. I lived the best years of my life reciting these excuses, and I never lived and became the person and expressed the talent that I know is within me. You deserve to live your dreams. Today is the day you let go of who you once were, and you start living the rest of your life, and you become the person you've always wanted to be. So I think I know you pretty well, and if you are the kind of person that I think you are, you're probably saying, Robin, I love what I've heard, I love what you've poured out and all you've taught me. What's next? So I am beyond excited to share. For the past number of months, I have been quietly working on a brand new program. It is called the Game Changers Blueprint. It is, without a doubt, the most powerful program I have ever produced. It has, if you love the content and the videos that I've shared, it's a whole new level. It is inspirational. It is full of very little known information. It is the kind of information that I teach only to my most premium clients at places like the Titan Summit or my very private coaching. It is material that I've worked on with such depth, with such power, that will take people, even people not like you, but people who say, I can't change, I would never change, I don't have greatness in me, people who are victims, people who are stuck. And when they expose themselves to the information, in this information, even they will experience their transformation. So it's a great program that really works profoundly. And I want you to experience the results of all of this work I've done building out this brand new program. So let me tell you a little bit about it right now.
This training has been amazing, right? The brilliant ideas Robin Sharma has offered in such clear and powerful detail will absolutely change your life. But now begins the most powerful part, the implementation. Robin says that even small steps change everything: your future, your work, your personal life. And imagine, just imagine what the big steps will create. Can you see it? Can you feel it? Can you allow it and step forward, even one step? Because the life you've always wanted is just there ahead of you, ready for you. This is your time. Just how important is it to you to rise to the world class in your mindset, energy, prosperity, and personal life? To affect the world with your most important work and create the highest impact? This is the moment you get to make the decision to blow past any perceived obstacles and choose your most valuable, impactful future by making an unwavering yes. Here's the truth. Nothing happens until you start. And time only moves in one direction. The decision you make now will always decide what happens next. Are you 100% ready to find out what billionaires, NBA athletes, famed rock stars, and Hollywood royalty have been learning from Robin Sharma for over 20 years? Here's the truth. The world around us only grows more uncertain and chaotic. All of the old paradigms are falling apart or gone completely, like work hard and you'll be successful, or good things will happen if you simply wait. The truth is, if you don't start some change today and at least take a new step, nothing will change for you. Ever. Companies' strategies and systems are more focused on the bottom line and profit than the workers than they used to be. Don't take our word for it. The media backs us up. The Globe had an article this year saying that the international unemployment rate will soar this year, and it is only trending higher and higher. The Economist recently put out an article quoting William Butler, the chief economist for Citigroup, as saying that they're forecasting a massive global recession. This is the same recognized economic leader who predicted gold would soar to its highest price, and who also said that there was a 90% chance that Greece would not stay in the European community. These are dire times, and they require us to work differently, to think differently, and to change the way we do our best work, not only to protect those we love and what we have now, but to thrive in the future. For the ordinary person, what's coming is frightening. For the game changer, what's coming will be inspiring. The Game Changer's blueprint has been created one powerful module at a time to vault you into your most impactful success. For over 20 years, Robin Sharma has been teaching the content that, for the first time, he's now offering in this revolutionary new program that contains exactly what he's taught to the best of the best. Robin is widely considered one of the most influential thought leaders of our time on mastery, elite performance, and living a world-class life. He's the famed author of 15 books, including The Greatness Guide and The Leader Who Had No Title. His books are published in 70-plus nations and have sold over 10 million copies. And he has millions of followers on Facebook who adore the power plus originality of his work. Every year, Robin Sharma also hosts one of the most exclusive gatherings on the planet, called the Titan Summit, where many of the highest performing people come together to meet and learn his revolutionary ideas that have helped human beings like you transform their mindsets, grow great fortunes, lead epic personal lives, and serve the world in the process. His faculties have included Sir Richard Branson, Seth Godin, Shaquille O'Neal, NBA superstar and business and media mogul, as well as jet pilots, authors, and the greatest experts on Earth. Would you like to learn exactly what the superstars have learned for less than the cost of a hotel room? Would you also like to have Robin as your personal coach so you stay inspired as well as make the changes you've always wanted to make? Are you set to live a life full of creativity, energy, prosperity, and the feeling of freedom when you wake up every morning? Stay tuned and I'll tell you how. Are you ready to completely shatter your past limits and play at heroic levels of performance so that not only you, but your family as well as everyone around you rises to world class? Here's the backstory of what happened. When Robin started to see the shifts in the world starting to take shape, he quietly sat down over a period of many months and began creating a more accessible blueprint for everyday people to make major, powerful changes in their lives on every level, personally and professionally. This new learning system, the Game Changers Blueprint, is how you work with Robin Sharma and become world-class for a fraction of the cost his private coaching clients pay. In the life-changing program, you'll learn the ideas, insights, and tools that, before now, only a small group of people on the planet had access to, as well as the 9 uncommon habits that will put you in the rarefied atmosphere of a game changer, the contrarian ways of thinking that will vault you from underemployed and impactless to the empowered performer, industry leader, and team builder. Get Robin's examples of people who came from washrooms and house cleaning to become game changers in their industry, and discover how ordinary people can become icons. Learn how to avoid the life-sucking mediocrity matrix and experience the life you've always wished to live, swiftly and elegantly, no matter how stuck you've been in the past. Find out how to completely transform your mindset, confidence, and power so you start doing the things you've been scared to do and start feeling the strength and happiness you've always wanted to feel. Receive the tools to 100 times your results, prosperity, and happiness. This one-of-a-kind new course is where you learn the skills to focus on what matters most, creating game-changing ideas, attitudes, systems, and processes wherever you are, whether you're self-employed or working for a major organization or somewhere in transition. You can absolutely spend the next 20 years analyzing all of the people who were game changers and figuring this all out, like Robin has, and devote your life to finding the hidden daily rituals of what makes a game changer, and the little-known matrix that births true impact. Of course, the reality is you'll spend vast amounts of time doing so, and putting together the system they all follow will be next to impossible. Or you can take the first next step and become part of the most powerful community of game changers by investing in this exclusive online course. The ideas and systems taught by Robin personally in this breakthrough program empower you to not only solidify where you are, but set yourself up for greater and greater successes on every level. Robin embodies one of the most important pieces of this puzzle. Do not do this alone. Join a community of like-minded game changers to redefine success and change the game. Do this, and today really will be the first day of your greatest life. Robin Sharma is very selective in who he works with. He works with only a handful of personal coaching clients each year, and his private group coaching costs $50,000 a year, if you can get in. His premier event, the Titan Summit, is literally $25,000 a seat. In an effort to change the growing tide of mediocrity and apathy that so many people are feeling as the world becomes more uncertain, and sincerely offer results-oriented support to anyone willing to make the leap toward changing their lives and living into their best next success, Robin is releasing the Game Changers Blueprint for only $777. This product could easily sell for 10 times that. The reality is that the information and tools you will learn in the program are priceless, because what's your best life worth? But to create more game changers in this world, so we all lift the world in the process, Robin is offering the Game Changers Blueprint for just $777 for a limited period of time. That's 70% off the retail value that this revolutionary program will be offered at in the very near future. The Game Changers Blueprint will clearly explain and outline how average performers rise to game changers with 6 simple shifts in their mindsets. It will increase your absolute enjoyment of your work and inspire and support you to see and grab new opportunities everywhere around you, so you lead your field as the world becomes even more uncertain. This program will prepare you, without question, for the next stage of your life, your career, and the remarkable opportunities that will show up with utter synchronicity and create beautiful balance in your work and life that propels you forward joyfully. Robin Sharma's Game Changers Blueprint gives you the insider's tools and tactics for better impact and influence on all parts of your life every day. You will learn to use the contrarian techniques to masterfully accelerate your success and become a game changer in whatever you want to do. To take down the big ideas from the shelf and launch them forward so you exponentially increase your thinking, creativity, energy, productivity, and lifestyle. Within a period of hours after securing one of the very limited memberships to this life-changing training, you will be able to model other game changers to succeed as well as they have. Because the choice is yours. This is your life. And it's ending, one moment at a time. The only thing you can do is play a bigger game by investing in yourself. It's time to play a bigger game. Are you in? You can walk through life as you have been living it, or today, you can make the choice that will change the rest of your life, and you can become a game changer. Click the box below, choose one of the payment options, either $777 or 3 payments of $297. Robin is so sure that you will love this, he is literally giving you 100% money-back guarantee. There is no risk. Literally zero risk to test this world-class program out. Why wouldn't you? Take advantage of this very limited time offer. Click the button below and choose either the $777 or 3 payments of $297. Included in this price are several extremely valuable bonus gifts. When you invest in your membership into the Game Changers Blueprint right now, we will give you complete access to them at no extra cost. These awesome bonuses are 3 of the most powerful audio programs Robin has ever created. The Energy Explosion, The Cure for Fear, How to Craft a World-Class Life. To totally wow you with the value with this life-changing new course, when you act right now to get your membership into the program, you'll also get a series of super inspirational and highly tactical video modules with Robin walking you through the answers to the most frequently asked questions on how to become a game changer beginning today, as well as how to sustain your growth and progress when the going gets tough. This special unique offer will only be up for a short time, so act now. There is absolutely no risk to you. The question is only, will you jump all over this opportunity by investing in your dreams and believing in all that's possible for you? Click the button below and become a game changer immediately. Now, a quick final word from Robin on this invitation.
Well, welcome back, and more than anything else, I want to applaud you for going through the training videos that I crafted for you. And I so hope that they helped you. I so hope they will continue to help you. I so hope the information and the ideas and the technology and all those methods will bring great things into your life in terms of your mindset, your output, your confidence, your bravery, your productivity, the results you birth into the world, the way you intersect with your family, and the way you live out the rest of your life. I really see myself as your partner in success and productivity and being a game changer. And in terms of the Game Changers Blueprint, I hope you can sense how much I want to serve you with the material in this new program. I'm really proud of what we've put together. If it's right for you, definitely do not wait and join the program. It's going to cause some very inspirational results. Click on the orange button below right now if you feel you're ready. If you're not ready, just enjoy and study the training videos that I did for you to create great value for you. Again, I want to thank you for the gift of your time. I want to thank you so much for the privilege that I feel to be of service to you. I want to thank you for your faith in me, and I really want to wish you and your family and your teammates, all great things. May you go from where you now are to where you've always wanted to be. I know you can do it, and I can't wait to see you do it. Thanks so much. Take great care. Again, if you're ready for the Game Changers Blueprint, you definitely want to do it right now before we're sold out. Click on the orange button below. I'll talk to you soon. Every green light. Bye-bye.